dissuade them from coming any further. Tofu taking quite a bit of damage, but an RP onto 2 heroes. Nothing to say with the swashbuckle and his ult onto 3. He's going to use the roll-up as well as Ace. He's a bit isolated as the Gleitinir's going to connect on 3 heroes in the meantime for Duracho. And now the aggression from Gaimin Gladiators continues. They get 2 kills on 2 cores. Epicenter to follow from Quinn. Nothing to say. Not going to have much to say after this. That is for damn sure. Although he is pretty tanky with that shield crash, and the drinking buddy's giving a little extra move speed, but a double burrow strike from Quinn, and the damage is just unbelievable from Gaimin Gladiators. Triple kill for Ace, and this is going to be a full team wipe at the 17-minute mark. Wow, ultra kill for Ace.
Very dependent on Magnus having a good game.
I think G2IG, it's all about the stacks.
Because G2IG's playstyle in the last year has been a little bit slow to build up in the early game. And guess what? Gaimin Gladiators are one of the teams that we've seen in the last year that dominate the lanes and snowball the games the hardest. And that's what I would like to see today G2IG avoid, is to just get rolled over, get out of the early into the mid game on somewhat even terms so that you can actually bring a fight to Gaimin Gladiators. Because honestly, out of all the matchups today, this is the one where I favor one team the most. Now that said, that also means that if G2IG could somehow pull out a victory in this series, that would be huge for their momentum going forward if they could finally overcome their big Achilles heel over this entire year. Having that in round 1 probably isn't the most inspiring, but I guess on the other hand, pressure's off, right?
Yeah,
you're not expected to win this one.
Well, Nouns weren't expected to win the last series.
That is true.
Other than with you. You apparently did call it somehow. Just
I did not. I just said I wasn't.
You just used all your luck.
Oh,
that
man.
one call, Cinderin.
Look, I appreciate you giving me credit that I didn't even earn, because I didn't call they were going to win. I said I wasn't surprised, because I thought Nouns are actually looking pretty good when they're playing well. And, you know, any given series when you're hot, and maybe the enemy team isn't playing their absolute best, the difference in skill between the teams at this tournament is small enough that any team can take a game off each other. We've seen that multiple times already.
I think that's true for the last few TIs at the very least. It's not like the old days, you know, where a team like Digital Chaos would show up, people would just dumpster all over them, underestimate them, and then they end up going second place somehow. Just crazy.
Wow,
just crazy.
It's amazing. They must have had a manager that was really good at Counter-Strike.
That guy is legit.
Insane.
Anyway, so, all right, yeah, we're good for a while.
Yeah, you're on par. Maybe I'll give you a little buffer here. Quinn.
Okay,
we open, this time he's definitely connected.
There is the Pit of Malice. Monet in a lot of trouble. X-Nova is the one to die first, though, and doesn't look like they can catch up to the Luna.
That's honestly
all of this rotation just for Monet.
Getting worse in my old age.
Out here.
Yeah, this is a big moment to dodge, but...
Okay, we got the Burrow Strike looking for the arrow set up. X-Nova takes it. Nice Pit of Malice, though. The Eclipse comes through. Trying to dissuade them from coming any further. Tofu taking quite a bit of damage. An RP onto 2 heroes. Nothing to say with the swashbuckle and his ult onto 3. He's going to use the roll-up as well as Ace. He's a bit isolated as the Gleitinir's going to connect on 3 heroes in the meantime for Duracho. And now the aggression from Gaimin Gladiators continues. They get 2 kills on 2 cores. Epicenter to follow from Quinn. Nothing to say. Not going to have much to say after this. That is for damn sure. Although he is pretty tanky with that shield crash, and the drinking buddy's giving a little extra move speed, but a double burrow strike from Quinn, and the damage is just unbelievable from Gaimin Gladiators. Triple kill for Ace, and this is going to be a full team wipe at the 17-minute mark. Wow, ultra kill for Ace.
RP and a Rolling Thunder on top, and then to have an Eclipse that is dealing damage in the meantime, I could easily see them find multiple kills. The tricky part is, with that big teamfight victory, the Underlord pipe is not that far away, and that's going to swing things in the big way. Well, they're going to try a skewer this time.
Yeah, onto a tanky target. Ace already at half HP, but here comes the counter initiation from Quinn, showing off that Bloodstone. There's a Pit of Malice onto the 2 supports of G2IG. It will likely fall very shortly here. Age is still intact as Duracho just right-clicks JT casually. Nothing to say. Oh, just in time with that disruption to cancel the TP. And again, it's been 9 kills in a row, if I'm not mistaken, on the Gaimin Gladiators side.
I mean, the map control, you're just kind of digging your own grave.
Oh, he's actually going for an Epicenter with the follow-up stun from the Mirana. Nothing to say, gets off the roll-up into the Rolling Thunder. Looks like he's going to be fine, actually. And Quinn's going to take a full Eclipse, but there's a disruption from Celery to save him. But the RP onto 3 heroes with a huge skewer to follow. Do they have the damage to follow it up? Duracho is actually standing his ground. Remember, he still has the Aegis. And after all of that, they get 4 kills on Gaimin's side, and all they lose is the Aegis, and it will likely just be a full team wipe again. Tofu does die. So finally a kill for G2IG, but my goodness, this escalated quickly.
Has a tendency to get this rich. If you're ahead, you can just walk around with the Sandstorm Dust Devil and just keep farming.
RP onto Duraccio, but the disruption. Will it be enough to save him, though? He's surrounded by enemies right now. Ace with the Pit of Malice from the side. Duraccio trying to run away. Slow to a crawl. He's going to use the Laguna Blade. Oh! There's the epicenter from Quinn. Right. Destroying everybody from G2IG. And that's it. That's game one in the books. Gaimin Gladiators slap around Jack Chen. And they win game one.
Wind Ranger will scale, their Marcy's going to scale, their Storm's going to scale. It's not too scary.
Two teams are bringing, especially G2IG in the second game, leveling up a little bit was very refreshing to see for their chances whether they win or lose this one.
Yeah, it's very obvious that they had a nice little talk with Korean Barbecue, aka Jack Chen, a very famous figure in the Dota 2 community, after that game one, and they really bounced back because it was a rough showing in that game one.
Yeah, for sure.
But you could look at it the other way as well, Cinder, is that Gaimin didn't perform to their usual selves in that game number 2.
There's always two sides to it.
And looking at these lineups, what are your thoughts? Are we seeing fast gameplay?
So I think for Gaimin, it's not the same as last game in terms of like being on a timer necessarily, because X-Nova taking a beating down bottom, second soul assumption.
Ooh, and that's extra gold if he took that facet.
He did indeed take death toll, so nice extra money there. So yeah, what I was gonna say was there's a potential for this bottom lane to be very explosive. I think Marcy Visage is an incredibly strong lane against Ench as well as Lina, because both heroes have a little bit of a hard time fending for themselves when they do get this when they do get displaced, which is what Marcy does best. So they've got to be very careful not to bleed too much down there. As for GG, just play it very aggressive, keep the momentum up.
What do you have in this meta?
I mean, as long as
hold that thought, because Monet getting aggressive on another assumption and even more extra gold for Ace.
Ow.
When looking for the rune, but Monet is the one getting ganked. He's gonna spot them first. Shadow Poison gets the vision. Disruption with the familiars nearby is gonna be an easy cleanup. Death number 3.
Such a nice gank. That was really, really nice. Torrent.
I turn to a good old-fashioned team fight as Celery looks like he's going to take a boat to the face. Soul Assumption doing a decent amount of damage against X-Nova, but Celery's going to be able to die. Well done to him as Tofu might be next, trying to apply as much pressure to Baboka as possible. It's going to go and kill the way of Ace. So it's a 2 for 2 as X-Nova continually takes Soul Assumptions over and over and over as the
nice torrent might have saved
familiars. No, Soul Assumption from far away is Ace.
Oh, no way.
Double kill, TP attempt, but he will die.
Wow, that was so close. That resummon into double bird stun to try to TP out in front of Kunko was really cute.
And the fact that JT has bounced back so aggressively on that Kunka as X-Nova is spotted, will eventually be taken out. It's going to be a bit of an annoyance. Soul Assumption into a couple right clicks will do it.
Almost felt like they were trying to give the kill to Visage there for the death.
Gonna have a much better time getting back in this game now that he's got that Maelstrom.
Ace looking for a flank, but there is a nothing to say hiding.
Got his Echo Slam. He's going to use it onto 2 with the Fissure to follow. Do they have enough damage to take on Visage? Yes! Ace is dead. Tofu next.
Beautiful
bait. Gets the double kill. This though seems to be somewhat ready for this mid aggression. There's the big zip.
I don't know about this one.
Orchid, nothing to say. Looking for the Echo Slam. He gets it on 2 with the Enchant Tone of Vault, but there is the disruption to save one as Quinn now pretty low. He might have to back away. The big boat comes in. X-Nova relatively low as well, but the Earthshaker's the first to fall for G2IG, and JT looks to be next on the list as Gaimin Gladiators are winning this handily. X-Nova slowed to a crawl. This is going to be likely the 3rd kill if they can find him around the trees. Indeed they do. Double kill for Celery. Wow. Players.
Okay, that was so close in so many ways. So our G2IG just want to immediately go over this though. Duraccio senses it coming. And nope, does he? Actually gets X. Arrow?
Yeah, Arrow's actually going to hit. It's a very long duration. LSA into the bit, but again, the disruption comes out for the potential save. Fissure blocking this in separate fights, it looks like. Oh, Monet getting focused by this. There's so much damage from Duraccio. Whirlwind is going crazy. They get the Mirana. Monet very low in the tree line. He will eventually be brought down as well. 2 kills for Gaimin as JT limping away. Make it a 3rd as X-Nova's picked off.
tournament.
Yeah, it has.
I really think that's
Hey,
a
this is
look
a
out.
long zip from Quinn. Power shot from Daracha from afar in the whirlwind to follow, but a nice fissure. The arrow's going to connect onto Quinn, but a shot connects onto 2. Oh no! What a disaster for G2IG. The Lina is lost. X-Nova caught in no man's land. Cancellation of the TP there by Celery. This will lead to the second kill. They do get out with their Earthshaker. But man, that shot was
And Gleipnir.
and they have control of the enemy outpost, which they're going to use right now. Get the Gleipnir onto X-Nova. Annoying target to kill, but they have the damage. No doubt about it.
More gold for Visage. He's much richer than the Ench. It's just the impact of his items. It's just so noticeable.
Okay. Well, Quinn had to use his BKBs. Find only Baboka. Arrow actually will hit. Doing some decent damage as a support. And eventually we'll get that kill and have the TP out. He has the gem. Kuka's very tanky these days, finally. Some reinforcements. Tofu. Okay, so you can see the demonic purge onto JT, so no anything of that nature for him. Finally will drop as more heroes are just dropping like flies from G2IG. What kind of a fight was that? See these and try to go against the Megas. The Rachio, he's going in with that Aghanim Scepter, invisible, gets a shackle shot onto the Earthshaker. He's dead! No buyback for nothing to say. And Gaimin Gladiators all of a sudden win this game. GG's called. All right. What a weird ending. My goodness.
Yeah, all right. Game 2, it happened, and they moved on. And then they said, game 1 is what that's more like it. That's how we want to play.
Yep.
And honestly, this wasn't even